Welcome to Tips for Human Resilience. While our regular podcast covers topics related to cyber and human resilience, our Tips for Human Resilience is focused on helping leaders in the workforce help their organizations. Today's episode is focused on building an impactful 5-minute cybersecurity presentation. Let's start with what you could be losing in those 5 minutes. Your slides are obviously going to be the main point of focus. As you're building them, are you aware of common issues with presenting? Your audience does not want to sit there looking at long, complicated slides. They can lose interest quickly, and too much information can be overwhelming. Try to keep text short and to the point, and use bullet points when you can. When you try to pack in too much text, you risk losing opportunities, leaving a bad impression, hurting your reputation, and missing your key messages. So, how do you avoid losing your audience while still delivering your key messages? Start with the 5 steps for 5 minutes. Structure, outline, focus, practice, and engage. In structuring your content, less is always more. Aim for 5 to 6 slides that are about a minute long, or up to 20 slides using 10 seconds per slide. You can adjust the amount of slides you need, but remembering to keep the timing under a minute per slide is key. Keeping in mind how many slides you are going to use, outline your slides with the W questions. What, why, who, and what's next. Your cover in your outline should be the what, your problem slide should be the answer why, the solution slide is the how, and your conclusion is what's next. Your about you is the who, but oftentimes it's optional. Next, when building each slide, you should focus on one idea per slide. Use clear and specific details and get rid of unnecessary information. If there are more things that need to be said, like the cost of a product or how it specifically works, you can follow up after the presentation. This should be a no-brainer. But practice your presentation. Not only will it help you speak more flawlessly on stage, but it will allow you to time and edit your presentation before the audience sees it. Use timers or record yourself to review the pacing. Another great tip is to practice in front of friends or colleagues so they can give you feedback. If you have 5 minutes in front of an audience, make sure you're making the most of it. Lastly, engage your audience, maintain eye contact, and use stories and dynamic gestures. Eye-catching transitions between slides will also keep them intrigued and smoothly progress their presentation. So, what now? Contact Airiam for your cybersecurity questions. You can reach us on LinkedIn, on the phone, or over email. You can also read more tips and useful information on our blog. Watch this video on YouTube and download this PowerPoint as a reference. You can find all the links in the description below. We hope you all enjoyed our podcast today. Please subscribe to this podcast on whatever platform you're listening to. New episodes typically come out every other Wednesday. For more information on Airiam, visit www.airiam.com. Thanks, bye.